Hey, this is Tomas from okisnotenough.com, and as you can tell, something is slightly different today about this video. I'm not in my studio to record this one, but I'm out ready to run. Now let me explain what's happening. So normally I record my videos on Saturday, but yesterday I was running a whole day workshop, and so that took the whole day, and secondly my voice was pretty much gone. The last thing I wanted to do was to speak some more to a camera. And so it's Sunday and I'm running because I'm training for the London Marathon that is happening in about 2 or 3 weeks, 28th of April. And today is one of my last long runs, so I have a 3 to 3.5 hour run. I'm expecting to do around 32k, and because of the lack of time I took my GoPro with me and I will record my weekly video today on my run. What I'm planning to do is share with you guys, let's say 10 tips that I found the most useful and those that had the biggest impact on my personal development, and tips in creating a life that you want, being successful in your own terms. But these tips will be universal, and I'll be recording a short segment devoted to one tip. So not only that you will get 10 great tips, you will also get to see me deteriorate over the next 3 hours or so, over the 32k that I'm planning to run. It started to rain, but I was checking the forecast and it should stop in about 10 minutes, and it will rain some more, but it's okay. You gotta train in whatever weather. What if it rains on the marathon day? So I need to be prepared for everything. Just warming up, got all the gear with me, got my gels, got my drinks. It's gonna be fun. I'm about 3 kilometers in. So far feeling great, getting nicely warmed up. And my first tip for you is about expectation. Because expectation makes a hell of a lot of difference into how you feel on your journey and whether you will push all the way through. Because if you expect your journey to be easy, there's a very high probability that you'll be very disappointed, because it's not. Whether it's you being on your personal development journey or starting a business, gaining confidence, becoming a better runner, whatever it might be. Think about it this way. Imagine that you're going on a road trip across some country roads, and you expect the roads to be nice and smooth and, you know, asphalt all the way through. What are the odds that it's going to be that way? Probably not much. So as soon as you get on the road and you find out what the reality is, you'll probably be pretty disappointed. Whereas if you expect the road to be actually bumpy, you are not going to be surprised in a negative way, because that's what you expected. This is the same thing with your own endeavors. If you expect it to be easy and smooth, it's not going to be that way. So you are very likely going to be disappointed, discouraged, and put off, and you will quit. So expect it to be hard, but look forward to it. That's the fun part. If it was easy, there would be no fun. It wouldn't challenge you, it wouldn't push you to grow. So my first tip for you is be aware of your expectation, because if it's naive, if it's too optimistic, you will be disappointed, discouraged, and they will quit, probably before the finish line. So I'm 5 kilometers in, feeling great, no pains. And here is my second tip for you. Find your own pace. Because when you start working on yourself and improving something, you'll see people around you who are on the same path. And you will see that some of them will be progressing way faster than you. And it's so tempting to be comparing yourself to them and starting to feel bad that you are not progressing as fast as they are, that they are much further ahead of you. But that's not fair towards yourself, because everyone is different, everyone has different capability, and maybe they are faster, but maybe your endurance is much better. So find your own pace and be okay with it. Look, it's usually the slow and steady that wins the race, because if you try to push yourself beyond what you're capable of, you'll burn out. Same with running. I'll be running marathon in a few days, and there will be runners who are twice as fast as I am. Some of them maybe just a little bit faster than I am. And it'll be so tempting for me to push it a little more and try to kind of catch up, because I'm quite competitive. But if I do that, if I let my ego dictate my performance, I will hit the wall and I will run out of juice. But it doesn't have to be running for you. Maybe you're starting your business, maybe learning how to speak in public, how to perform, growing confidence, doesn't matter. My point is, be okay with your personal growth, with the speed of it. But even within your range, there is the end where you are just being lazy and where you push yourself too hard. I think the sweet spot is somewhere at 60 or 70% of your capability. So be okay with your own pace. All right, kilometer 7, tip number 3. Keep reminding yourself why you've started. Because whether your journey will take a few months or a few years, sometimes in personal development, maybe a lifetime. Again, it's very easy to get discouraged because there'll be challenging times, you will come across barriers, and your mind will be telling you, stop, what the hell are you doing? This is depressing. Oh, it's not gonna work. What's the point? And we sometimes forget about the big picture, about the reason why we started. What was the dream, the goal, the idea, the passion, the beginning that led us to embark on the journey to develop the skill to start a business, whatever it might be for you. And so it's extremely important to regularly, when I say regularly, I mean at least weekly, ideally daily, you're reminding yourself of why you started in the first place. Because every time you do that, give you a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a push. The push that you need in order to stay focused and keep pushing. I can tell you this marathon training includes 75 runs. Some of them as long as today, 3.5 hours long. And I can guarantee you this, I don't always feel like going, even though I love running. So I have to go back to, why did you sign up for this? Not only that running a marathon is something I've been wanting to do for maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years, probably more, but also I'm raising money for children with cancer charity. It's a great cause, and I want to be able to say as well that I've ran and completed one of the greatest runs in the world, the London Marathon. So even though I'm generally super motivated and committed, I have to be reminding myself pretty much with every run and throughout the run why I started this journey. So I do the same. Remind yourself as often as you can why you started. Kilometer 10, tip number 4. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because there will be time on your journey when you get stuck or you just slow down. And if you let your ego get in the way, you will be reinventing the wheel. You'll be wasting time, and chances are that the solution that you'll come up with may not be as good as the one you will come up with if you get some help. It's usually the ego that gets in the way when we are too proud or too embarrassed to ask for help, as if it was something shameful. Leave your ego behind. It's usually just a complication. When you feel that you need some support, find someone who has been through what you've been through. Find someone who can help you. Just ask for help, ask for a tip. Because it may take short moments for them to give you a quick insight, be exactly what you need. You can get unstuck, you can continue. You can probably progress faster than you did before. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Kilometer 13, tip number 5. Find a mentor, or at least a role model. This is somewhat related to the previous tip, asking for help. If you want to progress as fast as you possibly can, you will need someone who will regularly help you correct your mistakes, find new, better ways of doing things, to correct the course of your journey. And the best you can get is a mentor or a coach. And if you cannot afford or find a coach or a mentor, then at least find a role model, which is someone who you can look up to, someone who's been through what you're about to go through and came out on the other side better, stronger, accomplished. It's extremely important because it will give you motivation, it will give you inspiration, and if you're looking for a role model, you can even have more than one. It's totally okay, because you can learn different things from different people. Role model is someone you can look up to, someone you can model, someone you can copy, and it could be someone from your life, from your network. It could be a movie character or fictional character. That's okay, as long as it's giving you inspiration. That's the purpose of it. Over the last 10 years I had a bunch of role models for different things. I had a bunch of coaches and mentors as well, and that's what I attribute a lot of my progress to. So yeah, get out there and find someone you can model and someone you can learn from. Kilometer 15, tip number 6. Give your mind something to think about. Don't let it wander and do its own thing, because this is what's going to happen. If you let your mind wander, it's going to find something negative to think about, because of evolution and the survival drive, our mind has evolved to be by default slightly negative and pessimistic, because it then allows you, or it pushes you to play it safe, because playing it safe is a good survival strategy. But the days when this was applicable about everything, these days are long gone. It's thousands of years ago, when doing anything risky would mean potentially dying by being killed by something or by some other tribe and so on. So by default our mind will wander and we'll start nitpicking on things and find reasons why you shouldn't do something, why you shouldn't be brave, why you shouldn't be daring, and will keep you living in fear. But you actually have 100% control over your mind. But you need to give it something to think about. So keep your mind busy, give it tasks, and feed it with what you want to work on, where you want to progress, finding solutions, finding reasons why you should be daring, finding reasons why you should be brave, why it's a good idea to risk. Because if you don't, it will just keep you stuck in your comfort zone, or keep you playing it safe, and you will never progress. So give your mind something to think about, keep it busy with positive thoughts, proactive thoughts, and you'll see it will do you an amazing service. But if you let it run on its own, it will do you a tremendous disservice. Kilometer 19 and tip number 7, I believe. Read, 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 and read. Over the last 12 years or so, I've read dozens, if not over 100 of books, mostly on personal development. And here's the thing about reading. I often hear people saying, "Hey Thomas, I read a book, but I don't really remember much out of what I've read." Look, you can't expect yourself to remember everything. But one of the best ways to make the information stick is to start applying it or talking about it. If you've learned something useful, share it with someone, write a blog, tell a friend about it. If there is someone who can benefit from that information, just share it with them. Because one of the best ways to learn something is to teach it. But going back to reading, we are so extremely lucky that books are so readily available. There are millions of books out there. Whatever you're into, you can find dozens of books on the topic. And think about it this way. When you're reading a book, it may take you 10 hours or so. Let's say it has 200 pages. Someone took the time to distill all their knowledge on the topic into 10 hours of content. So you can sort of absorb maybe hundreds of hours they put into it, and perhaps years of studying. You can absorb it in a few hours. It's like a crash course on the topic. So even if you are a slow reader, just get into the habit of reading books, a few pages every day. One of the best habits is if you get used to reading for 30 to 60 minutes a day. Maybe a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the evening. Maybe on your lunch break. You'll be surprised how it adds up. If you, let's say, okay, book takes 10 hours to read, you spend half an hour a day, it takes you 20 days. So you can read more than one book a month. That's 12 books a year. That's a lot of knowledge. So pick up a book, something you will enjoy, something that you find interesting, and just get into the habit of reading. I can't recommend that enough. Kilometer 25, tip 8. Be kind. In other words, don't be an asshole. Because whatever you put out there will come back to you. If you are kind, generous, and overall a good person, that's how you train the world of people around you to treat you back. I always say be kind but be strong. But most importantly, don't be an asshole. Because sometimes when you start becoming successful or getting your results, you may get into your head a little bit and you may start feeling like you're better than the other people. And the funny thing is that the other people may not say anything when you're being an asshole to them, but they know it and it will come and bite you. So be kind, it will pay off. Kilometer 31, tip number 9. Continuously explore who you are, what you believe in, how you've grown, how you're changing, how you're evolving. There's no end to the depth of who you are. One of the main reasons why I can see people struggling in life being stuck, not knowing what to do, what path to choose in life, is because they don't know who you are, who they are. So spend time regularly just asking yourself some deep questions, asking yourself what you believe in, what's changing, how you evolved, because you'll be surprised. Some of the insights will be quite profound, but you will never find them if you never look for them. So continually explore who you are. That's tip number 9. So that's it, I'm done. 3 hours, 14 minutes, 58 seconds, 35 kilometers. It's my longest run yet, so I'm reasonably proud. But I have a tip number 10 for you. And the tip is, stop underestimating yourself. Everyone I've met so far is doing it. I do it sometimes. And what we do is we are taking on limitations of other people and we put them on ourselves, because everyone is underestimating themselves and they're playing it safe. Most people, not everyone. We kind of watch and learn, and we do the same thing. And it's normal, it's natural. We always learn from our environment and from our surrounding, from the people around us. But it's a bad habit, and the bad habit is holding you back from getting the best out of you. So my suggestion is to constantly push your comfort zone a little bit. Try or dare to accomplish something you haven't done before. Try new things. When you think that you can't do something, you can't perform on a certain level, at least try it. And sometimes you fail, sometimes you win. Every time you win, you realize that your perceived limitations were wrong. And if you do this often enough, little by little, your confidence will grow and your skepticism about or around what you think it's true will grow, and that will allow you to push harder and dare more, be bolder. So guys, this is all I have. Different video, hope you liked it. Next time, probably back in the office.